Hey folks, Ed here from Brain Pulp TV, back with the 9th part and the 8th match of our Shadows of Innistrad / Eldritch Moon Friendly Sealed League. Now, if you haven't watched the previous parts, a link will be appearing above my head, which will take you to the first part. But if you have been watching, you know we finally got past the 50-50 win-loss ratio. We are now at 4 wins, 3 losses, on the road possibly to having a winning record in this league, which would be great. I'm shooting obviously for 6 out of 3, but I will settle for a 5-4. But still, I would really, really like 6-3. So without any further ado, let's see if we can take one step closer to that goal. I was just checking. There was the video, not the last video, I think the previous video of that. I accidentally turned off my webcam. So I was gone like that for a while. And I had to put in a little replacement. So I was just double checking to make sure everything that's supposed to be on the screen, wow, that's loud, was on the screen. Okay, we've found the match. Let's go for it. Okay, here we are in the beginning of the match. And it's not the worst opening hand. It's, yeah, you know what? We can definitely keep this. So, yeah, let's keep this. Let's keep this. We are in the draw as well, too, so that's pretty good. Seasons Past coming into our hand way too early. But at least we know we have it for when we need it later on. Much, much later on, but still. Oh, blue. Oh, playing against blue. Not the greatest. Not the greatest for us. Counter spells, bouncing. Could be a disaster. It could be a disaster. I wonder how quickly I can get Westvale Abbey to flip. Like with It of the Horde Swarm, I'm curious now if I can... Okay. Now that is a human, so we can't do anything about it. At least not right now. So instead, we are just going to go ahead and play our Hermit. This is really good. This actually should be really good for us against the blue deck, preventing them from casting spells on our turn. Not preventing them, but, you know, de-incentivizing them from casting spells on our turn. So we get 2 creatures. If it hits, if I can cast it on its own without any help, that would be 5 creatures right there. If I sack the Hermit, which I'm not going to do to it, I could get 4 creatures up. I'm just curious how quickly I can get Westvale Abbey to flip. I think that'd be fun. Doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. That's okay, because we're going to still just keep that around. It'll help us with Westvale, so... yeah, we're going to bring out a Plains, and... 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. So 1 more land and we can sack the Priest. We can get use out of the Priest even if it's not Westvale Abbey. I'm just going to go ahead and let the Hermit flip. So now they even have less of an incentive to cast spells in our turn. And next turn we can cast like Faithbearer Paladin if we want. We can sack the Priest to the It, which is probably what I'm going to do. Are they just going to send this back to my hand? Shrill Howler, which I'm not worried about. I can swing in with this. And if they block it, great. If they block it and have some sort of sneaky trick, that sucks. But I think I'm going to swing in instead of just holding it back. Yeah, let's swing in. Because if they double block and they don't have a trick, I can take them both out. I can't see them double blocking. Oh no, they will double block, because then they can sacrifice, do the sacrificial thing, right? Or they can just play a trick and pump this thing up. Okay. That's one way to go as well, too. Let's go ahead and... Oh. Let's go ahead and wait till combat's over. I hate when I make that mistake. Everyone does it, though. I've seen everyone do it. So maybe not everyone does it, but I've definitely done it more than my fair share. Cast with a merge, sacrifice creature. So even if they do some sort of shenanigans to counter it, the 2 tokens still get put onto the battlefield, which is great for us. Also, it is a body, if it doesn't get countered, that can deal or can block Shrill or the Horror, and we don't have to worry about... Now this takes 6 to... Yeah, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they could actually... They could end up doing it next turn. They could flip it if they get 1 more land. If they catch a land, they could end up doing it. It would use up all their mana. They got 6. Let's see if they're going to flip it. Ulvenwald Hydra. It's got reach. Now, it's looking more and more like we want to do the Westvale Abbey. I should bring out Westvale Abbey, but that might tip our hand, but I don't necessarily care about that because I'm going to bring out Westvale Abbey and then leave up for Blessed Alliance. So let's do... Because we're not going to swing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could bring out that, but no, we're going to bring out Geist. The Lonely Vigil. The oh so Lonely Vigil. And leave up 4 for Blessed Alliance. And then next turn, if we want, we can do the Abbey thing. They've got 2 cards left in hand. Pious Evangel. Okay. They gain a life. Now, ideally, they swing in with just the Hydra. Or they'll swing in with nothing. I could flip here. I'm not going to. They still only got 1 card left in hand. Let's bring out the Inspector. Maybe I want a Faith Bearer here? No, I'm going to hold up for the Clue in Blessed Alliance. Oh man, if we could just get 1 more land, it would be nice to cast that. And then it's really great if we can if we could flip Westvale Abbey on their turn. But okay, but you guys have to send. I know you're watching this in the future of when I'm playing this, but you have to send me mental signals so that I don't forget to sack the Clue before the end step. Part component sacrifices target creature. Now, does this get countered? Does not get countered. We are in much better shape than we were a second ago. Okay, end step. Oh yes, the clue. Thank you guys for reminding me. You know what? I realize we can flip Westvale Abbey at this point. But I don't want to right now. I think I still want to keep building up the board. So I'm going to swing in with the It. Yeah, I'm going to swing in with just the It. Now, they could have a Blessed Alliance. So they're going to cast something. No, they're going to flip it. Okay. So we bring out Faithbearer. And we're doing okay. We are doing A-okay. I was excited there because I thought they were going to cast something and we were going to get a couple cards out of it, but no. Nope. Nope, nope. I think I am going to go ahead and Westphal Abbey next turn. Because we have enough that we can sack that I don't really care about. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have to sack probably the It. Seasons Past. Hey, we got one of those. I'm okay with this. Now, like, the Hydra was the scariest thing they had, and I'm not overly worried about the Hydra. Anything we sack here, we can bring back with Seasons Past as well, too. So, bring out the Forest. Yeah, let's go ahead and... One, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to sack the It because I'd like to be able to bring it out and use it for its extra cost. So we'll have our flyer up. And we're going to swing in with a Flying Lifelink Indestructible with haste. And then the next turn, we can Seasons Past. Now they do have Chilling Grasp, correct? That was the beginning of the game. Let's see what they Sleep Paralysis. That's what it is. That's what it is. Sleep Paralysis. I mean, we have Angelic Purge that can deal with that too. So, but we were able to swing in for a bunch. We have the Prince up if we need it, and then, like I said, we can Seasons Pass next turn. We can Fiendbinder as well too, and then just start tapping down their Hydra. Now the Hydra costs 6. So they can either 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so they can either, unless they get another land out, they can't Sleep Paralysis and Hydra. So they'll have to choose one or the other. Or they can Choking Restraints, which is possible they have as well too, and they can still get the Hydra out. So if we draw into like a one of our Angelic Purges this turn, that would be awesome. If not, I'm going to Seasons Past. And then that should help us out as well, too. Now, this does not have Trample. I keep on checking that. Yeah, no, it doesn't have Trample. Okay, good. Okay, so now it's their turn for combat. Let's see if they swing in with anything. Nope. Okay. So that's going to flip back. That's okay. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So we'll sack that. So they're not going to be able to exile it now. We're going to go ahead and swing because this has got... Ooh, that's got reach. You know what? I don't care, right? Because, yeah, if that's got reach, that's fine with me. Because we'll still be gaining 9 each turn. Flying, Lifelink, and Indestructible. Yeah, I'm going to swing in still with the Profane Prince here. Because one of the things is, if they tap it using their enchantment, we can untap it using Blessed Alliance later after we Seasons Pass. So there's still another way for this to untap. He's just going to block this, which is fine. It's going to live, but we're still going to gain 9 life. And we have Fiendbinder, which will be able to tap down the Elvenwall Hydra if he does decide to swing in with it. So, Choking Restraints, we've seen... So he's cast that, So the only one that we know for sure in his hand is the Sleep Paralysis. So let's get rid of those two. Sleep Paralysis, yeah, that's fine. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just have enough for Seasons Pass. It'd be nice if I caught one more. But still, I'm going to Seasons Pass and I can get Angelic Purge back into my hand. It's going to be... Everything's going to be okay, folks. So we don't know what he has in his hand at this point. We have no idea what he has in his hand. So we can either take this, or what do we have for 4s in our graveyard? Because we can just get it back with Seasons Pass, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough to kill it, but okay. So I'm just going to block it to not take the 10, because we're going to Seasons Pass next turn. He might have a counter, and that'll be wretched for us. With any luck, maybe he'll tap down this island so that we don't have to worry and stress out about it. Is that a thing that could happen, maybe? Nope, apparently not. But do we have one of our Choking Restraints in here yet? We don't have any of our... Oh, well. Okay, folks. Well, we're about to find out if he has a counter spell. Okay, thank goodness. So, we'll bring a Plains back. Bring the Inspector. Blessed Alliance for 2. Angelic Purge, obviously. And Fiendbinder. Oh, yeah, and it. Almost forgot the it. Okay, done. And we can bring out the Inspector. We'll get a clue. And then we keep Angelic Purge. I may even just like Angelic Purge the clue so I don't have to kill one of my lands, but I don't think that's necessarily the biggest thing that we have to worry about right now. But yeah, this time Angelic Purge is definitely going to get rid of the Hydra. Enters the battlefield, other humans you control get +1/+1 and gain lifelink until the end of turn. So they've just got the 2 other humans. Oh, they're flashing this in the end of my turn. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Do they have something that costs a ton to cast? Let's see, they got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can't hard cast Emrakul because they have nothing in their graveyard. Two cards in hand. Intrepid Provisioner. All right. Okay. So that's got lifelink. So again, I'm not overly worried about that. They got 1 card left in hand. I keep saying that, in case you're wondering why I say that when I play, it's because I'm horrible. I play these games and then I watch it back in editing. And when I watch it back in editing, it's almost like watching someone else play because I catch the mistakes I made that I didn't realize I was making while I played. For example, someone having no cards in hand or a card in hand is important information. And I've glossed over that in previous games. So you'll hear me repeat that phrase several times. Yeah, I'm going to take the damage from that. So block that, and then block that. Okay. So that worked pretty well for us. We have Thalia's Lancers now, too. I think I'm definitely going to Angelic Purge the Clue. Choose target artifact, creature, enchantment. So I'll choose that and then sacrifice a permanent. I should maybe leave it for Blessed Alliance here, but I think we're doing well enough for health and everything like that. I'm going to go ahead and Thalia's Lancers now. And then tutor up Gisela. They could counter this. They don't seem to have counters in their deck, which is great for us. Yeah, and bring out Gisela. Is this still the first game? I can't even remember now if this is the first game. Declare attackers. There will be no attackers this game or this turn. Once again, Blessed Alliance, we can use that untap ability to untap the Profane Prince, which will be huge for us. They've got nothing else that has reach, as far as I can see here. So we can just keep it up as an indestructible blocker all day long, or we can just eventually swing into attack with it. Jeez, what do they have now? Wretched Griff. You cast it, draw a card. Okay, it's got flying. I wish I would get some of my choking restraints. That would make things a lot quicker in this game. Because right now it's still a stalled board state, but I mean, we're still ahead. Okay, so now it's on Front Street. They're now top decking. We know they have nothing in their hand. That's very, very good for us. Are they going to try to flood us? Like they won't swing in here. No. Duskwatch could be really useful for us. I think we just go ahead and bring out Gisela. And I'm going to keep up for double Blessed Alliance for both them sacrificing a creature and us being able to untap. I might have wanted to bring out Duskwatch Recruiter, but I really want to be able to untap the Profane Prince. And we have nothing left in our deck which is going to be able to get rid of sleep paralysis. So they played out the planes. Okay. See, in that situation, I typically keep the land back in my hand because it leaves your opponent guessing. Yeah, always yield. So, but this why that actually they do get to draw a card. I still would have probably kept the land back in my hand until after I drew the card. Wharf Infiltrator. That's not too bad for us. That might be our Blessed Alliance target if they just decide to swing in with a Wharf Infiltrator on its own. We also have Choking Restraints in the deck. We can start filtering out what creatures we want with Duskwatch Recruiter next turn if we wanted to. Are they going to swing in with anything? No. So we get a Forest. We swing in with Gisela, right? Because they don't have anything else with reach. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Create a token out of it, not take the damage. Okay. This still doesn't bother me that much because we are well up on life. I mean, he's on clock. We're not because we have twice as much time. So I sort of understand that play, but it doesn't make the most sense to me. I'm going to... I mean, I could it here. Hardcast it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put the Duskwatch Recruiter out. Now, if I... 1, 2, 3... That will leave up 4 for... I'm not as worried about the sacrificing aspect of it now. I think now I just want to untap a creature. Let's see. 1, 2... let's do this. Yeah, Fiendbinder. We'll bring out Fiendbinder as well, too. I was more worried when they had, like, the Skulker, like the War Infiltrator. Okay, so they're beginning to... So they realize this is a stalemate, and they have to move on to the next game because of time. So, that makes a lot of sense to me at that point. I mean, we could have just sort of stalled them forever. I still think we would have won legit through damage by the end, because they were top decking. We still had plenty in hand. We could start filtering for creatures with the Recruiter. We were going to be able to untap the Profane Prince. So I think we were well in hand with that. But yeah, that made a lot of sense to me for them to concede there, because they knew they were on clock. And if they're going to be able to win 2 more games, they're going to have to do it like within 4 minutes each now, I think. So I don't think we're going to change anything. Yeah, I don't think we're going to change anything. We're just going to... you know what? I'm going to bring in another Angelic Purge. I'm going to take out Hope Against Hope. I think that's similar to what I did before, because there's more that I want to be able to use. I may make that change actually before we play the final match of this series. So, okay, here we are in the second game. I'm liking this. This works for me. 1 more land within 3 turns, and we can do the Scarecrow, and we got turn 1 play. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. We will keep this. Permeating Mass. Okay, so that could do some interesting things. We will be able to deal with it with the Somberwald Stag. That card is really interesting, considering the fact that I think that they would want this game to be quick. Like, this seems like something that would really create a stalled board state. Like, are they going to swing in with it? No, they're not going to swing in with it. I am going to swing in with the Thraben Inspector and see if they go ahead and try to block it. Because I'm perfectly fine with doing that. Yeah, I'll take a Permeating Mass. Okay, so we got to upgrade our 1/2 into a 1/3. Yeah, that looks good for me. We did play land, right? Yeah. So okay, so we just got the clue. Because we can have an entire board state of nothing but masses. We have ways of dealing with that, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, we'll draw a card. We got the Swarm. Excellent. So we can do the Courier. The Courier will be able to block the Howler. I'll keep the Permeating Mass up. Like I said, they're the ones that are on the clock. I don't want to have to make this a clock game, but Permeating Mass is a very interesting card to play. That's gonna, I think, prolong the game. And I think they want to be as aggressive as possible. The rest of our hand is looking good. I mean, we can bring out the Tangleclaw Werewolf. We can bring out the Somberwald Stag. Probably the Somberwald Stag and just get rid of their Permeating Mass, but... Like, are they going to swing over the Howler? Because I'll gladly make this trade. Okay, more land, which I'm not sad about at all. Yeah, let's take out the Permeating Mass with the Somberwald Stag. Do we want to do that, or do we want to bring out the Geistfield Scarecrow? Or we can take out the Pious Evangel. Yeah, you know, oh wait, we're still one land off, right? Yeah. Oh, never mind. So what we're gonna play instead is the Tangleclaw Werewolf. And I'm not gonna swing in. Yeah, for whatever reason, I was thinking we were on 5 land, so we can't Somberwald Stag. We can next turn. We can also Thalia's Lancers next turn if we want to. Yeah, I think I'm going to Somberwald Stag the Priest. So it's kind of good that we didn't get to cast it last turn. So... Or we can Thalia's Lancers. They'll just keep tapping it down now. Let's get rid of that now. Just put that on the trigger, choose the target. There we go. And they can't even sack it in response because they don't have the mana for it. Use this ability, yes. Okay. Foul Emissary. Did we see that they had... Yeah, they do have some Emerge stuff. They do have some Emerge stuff. Okay, they're still not going to swing in. We're going to bring out Thalia's Lancers this turn. No, we're not. We're just going to bring out Gisela. We'll bring out Gisela, and... I mean, I can... 1, 2, so 5. So we have this 5-cost creature. I think I like the Somberwald Stag being up. I mean, we'd be trading it with a 4/4, right? So... yeah, I'm going to keep it up. I'm not going to... I could to increase our board state, but we don't have to. We're definitely not in the position where we have to race them. So... Okay. Yeah, I mean, they were in rough shape. Yeah, I mean, like, Mana Screw sucks. Yeah, so I just said to our opponent, Mana Screw sucks. Sorry. Good luck in the next round. Good luck in the next round. Not sure if they're seeing that or not, but yeah, that's really unfortunate for them. Okay, so there we go. I was a bit somber by the end of that game, feeling quite bad for our opponent because, I mean, whenever that happens to an opponent, I'm always glad when I can win. I'm not going to lie. It's always great when I can win, especially at the tail end of a league like this, where it'd be great if we can finish off strong and get 3 match wins. And now that we've got 2, that's awesome. But because I've been in their exact same situation, I know how that feels. I know exactly how that feels. I mean, they could have, for just a couple more land, their hands could have just gone off. But unfortunately, I mean, they were playing 3 colors, which is something I try to avoid. We started off playing 3 colors. We switched to the 2-color deck that Hans suggested, and it's been working really, really well for us. So thank you, Hans, for that. Thank you, Bash Trigger, as well, too, for all your advice. I'm sorry that we didn't really get to go back to the 3-color again. Maybe we'll get a chance in the final match to play around with the 3-color, but probably we're going to stick with this, at the very least, for the first game of that match. But that will be in the next part. That is the end of this part. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, advice, anything at all, you just want to wish me luck, please leave that in the comments section below. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter account is @BrainPulpTV. My Twitter account is @GeekTragedy. Any information you want to know for our Brain Pulp stuff, or some of the stuff that I'm doing, you can follow those 2 accounts, or don't, whatever. And now that all that is said, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to us here, and I'll see you all very soon.